Okay, so look, this first topic is talking about how to track your results, and there's a number of different things I'm going to recommend here that you do. There's no point doing a load of work on SEO and not being able to measure your results or identify problems as they come up. So some things that really are something that you should have embedded on your website already. So let's talk about, first of all, the main thing you should have. The first thing you should always do is connect your website up to Google Search Console. It's a Google free product. It diagnoses issues with your website. It enables you to let Google know what your sitemap is, if there's any problems or mobile errors, etc., etc. This will all feature on there. You add it by embedding a code in your website or changing your DNS records, the hosting records connected to your domain. That enables you to connect with Google, and you get a whole load of analysis from that. One of the most important bits of analysis is backlinks, so you can see your Google recognized backlinks in Google Search Console. So if you do nothing else on any of this stuff from a technical point of view, you must have Google Search Console installed. Second recommendation would be Google Analytics, which a lot of people have heard of and are familiar with. So that's another free tool. It looks at website traffic, behavior, traffic sources, which part of the country or world people are from, etc., etc. And that's another really important thing for you to have. Again, you don't want to be growing traffic on your website or declining and you not be aware. Again, there's a process to go through. There's some links in the lesson here as well. It typically involves adding a special code to Google Analytics, the Google Analytics code to your website. Google picks that up and then uses that to measure. So that's Google Analytics, all about traffic and user behavior. Whilst we're talking, not directly SEO related, but something I would always recommend you do is install the Facebook Pixel. That's a piece of code from Facebook that goes on your site, and that means that Facebook will know if somebody's gone to your site from Facebook and come back, and then that can be used to do something called retargeting. So then Facebook can pick up on that information and present more advertising to your users. Again, it's more intelligence on who your users are and which parts of the website and your social media you're using. So Facebook Pixel is definitely another thing to install. Now, some SEO tools I'm going to recommend as well. When you want to look at an individual page, sometimes it's hard to understand how's the structure laid out, how many words are there, and the kind of particular errors. Now, there's another free Chrome extension called SEO Quake, which is absolutely brilliant. You can use it inside your browser, so you basically look up a website and then you analyze all sorts of different information about it. I'm going to do a demo on this a bit later on, but I would absolutely recommend having SEO Quake. There's a whole load of SEO audit tools out there that are free. Neil Patel's Ubersuggest is a good one. You can get a 7-day free trial, so have a look at that. I've already recommended Keywords Everywhere, so I mentioned that one again, $10 for 100,000 keywords, fantastic. Backlink tracking, that's sometimes pretty hard to get into. As I said, Google Search Console will give you an idea of that, but there's a SEO agency that I use a lot called The Hoff. They even gave me a free mug here, so there you go. They provide a free backlinks checker, so if you want to research your website or also see what backlinks are connected to your competitors' websites, you can go to the Hoff backlink checker, and there's a link there as well. A couple other things I'm going to recommend, and I'm definitely going to explore these more later in the course, is if you want to try and understand more about keyword research and what people are looking at, or rather asking of Google, there's two websites. One's called answerthepublic.com. There's also a service called People Also Ask, and that's a great way of researching content and things that people are looking for on Google. I'm going to use those tools later on. And then finally, there's a tool called SiteLiner, which is a tool that identifies duplicate content and broken links on your site. So action steps wise, definitely get Google Console installed, definitely do Google Analytics, definitely do Facebook Pixel, and to be honest, I'd probably install SEO Quake as well and have a look. But I'll do a demo on that in a second so we can have a look. Okay.